Hey, thanks for checking out our show. If you like what you hear, we have tons of additional content at patreon.com/themedialunchbreak.
So where are we right now? Where in the world is Carmen and Andrew Dunn?
I am in New Hampshire, which is a lot like the Shire.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings.
But just newer and fresher.
Newer and fresher, baby. Yeah, and we better hurry this the fuck up because I've got tacos waiting for me.
What? Okay, let's do this then. What kind of tacos?
I don't know. Someone else is making them. I'm visiting a friend.
And they're making tacos?
Yeah, her and her husband.
They're making tacos.
Are making tacos.
Then it's probably beef.
It probably is.
Could be chicken.
But it might not. Yeah, it could be anything.
It could be anything? Can I have tacos?
No.
What?
I said what I said.
God damn you. Share your tacos with me.
I'm going to say the only word that I know in Spanish.
Okay.
No.
Por favor.
I'm going to, you know what? This time I'm going to say it in French. No.
Damn it. You thought I was starting the show there, but I just cursed.
Did. I truly did. Yes.
Yeah. Guess what?
What?
Starting it now.
Oh.
Welcome to the Media Lunch Break, bringing you all of your comic, geek, and movie news all in the time it takes to eat a good sandwich and give a friend a taco, you son of a bitch. My name is Chris Triebel. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Andrew Dunn. Say hello, Andrew.
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, I didn't even think of it because we were talking about actual tacos, but now that I'm thinking about it, give me that taco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat that taco.
Oh my.
I'm not happy with that.
I'm not happy with it at all.
I don't like this.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my. I don't know why I just went dainty on that.
Yeah, you went on a journey just then.
I did. I really did.
Yeah.
And you, the listener, came with me.
Whoa.
Thanks for joining in every way possible.
Yeah. Wowzers.
Yeah. Andrew, what are we talking about today?
Chris.
Yes.
Deliver Me From Nowhere tells the story of a man in the 80s struggling with the same issues that every man struggled with at the time. Feelings. The 80s were a different time. Men were men, and by that, I mean they were shitty. Anyway, people are making a big deal out of the fact that Jeremy Allen White is doing all of the singing in this movie, but doing your own singing in a Bruce Springsteen biopic is a lot like doing all your own dancing in a Jack Black biopic. Chris, what did you think of Deliver Me From Nowhere?
Wow. Okay, so what to say about this movie? Overall, I think I like this movie. However, I suspect by the end of this conversation, Andrew Dunn is going to convince me that I did not.
This is one of those.
This is one of those where it's right on the borderline and he's going to make me cross the border. Here's the thing. Okay, so this is Deliver Me From Nowhere is Bruce Springsteen, and it's the 80s, and he's hotter than ever, baby. He's as hot as can be. He's got Hungry Heart. He's got Born to Run. He's got Thunder Road. He's got The River. He's got other songs. Okay. And then he goes into a house. He's like, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to write some songs and everything. And he goes into a house and he makes an album called Nebraska, which is basically like an acoustic album. Right. And this is the story of him making that album. The problem for me with this movie is stakes. I at no point felt why this was so important to him. Like I shouldn't say at no point. There was a point, but unfortunately it was about 3/4 into the movie till he finally got around to be like, this is personal for me and here's why. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll go with that, I guess. But like, there's no like struggle with this. Like we see him not struggling, but we see him going through turmoil writing the songs and just like what it is to write a song and like especially someone on his level, which is like, we watched, what's the Dylan movie called again?
A Complete Unknown.
We watched A Complete Unknown and we saw like the process of Dylan, writing songs. And now you watch what a lot of people have dubbed the new Dylan, writing songs, right? And so we see that process and what a struggle that can be. But for the most part, you don't see why Nebraska is such a departure for him and why it would be such a battle to get this record done, right? Which I think the thing that for me that really sucks about the whole situation that this movie is that we talk about biopics all the time, and we talk many times about why would they choose like this section of a person's life, or why would they choose like to do a broad biopic from birth to death when they could have chosen a much more interesting spot. And actually, I think they did choose a really interesting time for Bruce Springsteen to do a biopic. Like this Nebraska is in real life one of his best albums, but also is one of his most interesting albums. But at no point in this movie do they really illustrate just why it is so interesting and such a departure for him, and why it would have been at the time, at the height of his fame, such a struggle for him to get this record done.
Yeah.
What did you think of this movie?
I largely agree with a lot of that. I think that the things that you're talking about are there for the actors and maybe the director, but I don't think, like, I can tell that he's struggling.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, it's because he had a bad dad, I guess, spoiler alert, sort of. But you see that, like, he had a tough upbringing right at the beginning.
Right.
And so I get that, like, he's struggling with that.
Right.
But that's the whole movie. The whole movie is this guy who was raised in the 70s or the 60s or whatever, had a shitty dad.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, look, I feel for the guy. I do. But, like, I also don't know that that's a movie.
Well, I also think, like, that is a theme throughout the movie. And they kind of, spoiler alert, they end on that theme. And yet I was like, is that the point of this movie?
Yeah.
Is that what this whole journey is about? Because that's not what I'm getting from this.
I agree.
That's not what I got from that.
I think as well, this also suffers from, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but I think it suffers from the same issue that I had with The Smashing Machine, which is that the most interesting part of this film is like the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, the most interesting part of this, like I said, if you split this up into quarters, the last quarter of this is, I would even extend it for me to the last like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then it gets really interesting because, like I said, then everything comes together as far as like, this is why it's personal to me.
Right.
This is why that's when the record company comes around and is like, you can't release this. This is not, and I'm like, why isn't this, all these themes and all this conflict introduced way earlier into the movie, right? That here's this guy who is in the middle of this zeitgeist, and this is what he comes up with when everybody else wants him to do one thing. They want him to do Born to Run all over again for like the third or fourth time with this new record. And he wants to do this other thing. Meanwhile, there's this composite character, which, by the way, can I just say, I'm done with composite characters. Just fucking stop doing them. I really like the woman.
I don't
that
even know
he's
who's
dating.
a composite character in this.
The woman that he dates in this is a composite character.
Okay. I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to Bruce Springsteen.
No, that's fine. I actually had to look it up. I know he's married to someone in the E Street Band now. And I knew that he had a marriage before that. But this is apparently like a composite of several women that he dated in this time period.
Sure.
While he was making Nebraska.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just
tell the story of whoever he was dating.
And if he dated several women, actually, the theme that they're working with fits that perfectly.
Agreed.
The fact that he can't like commit to a person because of the way that his father treated his mother.
Yeah.
And then he is living with this, like, he
even says at the beginning that he's dating someone else,
right?
And we never see that person,
right? And then all of a sudden they're dating now. The person that he says I'm dating someone else to they start dating.
I do want to hold off on some spoiler stuff for now, but until we get into spoilers. We've been talking a lot. Apologies to everyone. We're diving into a lot of stuff. No, it's good.
Yeah.
Jeremy Strong is in this. He's doing a great Woody Allen impression. And what else did I write in here? There's a bunch of like New Jersey references that are fun. Action Park is referenced at one point, which I don't know if you know.
I heard that. Yes, I know what Action Park is.
For anyone listening, it's an amusement park that was in New Jersey, and I've written here just to give you a sense of what this kind of place was. Action Park's Wikipedia page currently has an entire section called Fatalities, which definitely helps it live up to its name.
Yeah, there's an Action Park documentary, I think, on Netflix that you should check out.
Great.
Yeah.
I wrote here, it feels like a really long short film. Mm-hmm. I remember hearing this quote recently that was, short films are about events and full-length films are about characters. And this doesn't really feel like a character piece. The characters are there. They're kind of interesting, but it feels like a movie about an event, about this is a thing that happened.
Yeah.
And we're all watching this thing happen.
Yeah.
As opposed to the relationships between various characters and how that affects the narrative of the story.
Yeah.
I wrote here at one point, this is so fucking boring.
It does get very, like I said, it gets very rote at some points where it's just like, and then he wrote this song and now he's doing this song and he's making his way through this song. I think the cast is, with what they're given, I think they're very strong.
I agree.
Like, everyone is raving about Jeremy Allen White, which he's very good in this.
Yeah, he's fine. He says all those lines without bumping into the furniture.
What I was going to say is, like, if you've seen The Bear, he is basically this level of acting on The Bear as well, which is very good, but it's also kind of, Bruce Springsteen is very similar to his character on The Bear. Let me just put it that way. So I was like, this is nothing that I have not seen him do before.
Yeah.
So while I was impressed by him, I was like, I've seen him do the like guarded, emotionally stunted character before.
The Bear, the boss, it's very similar.
It's very similar. Yeah.
I also wanted to bring up, a few of the actors. Oh, actually, before I get to that, my other big non-spoiler note is I bet this movie is incredible for Bruce Springsteen fans.
Like, I'm a Springsteen fan, and I'm not like I'm not like hardcore Springsteen fan, but I like Springsteen a lot. I have a lot of his albums. I've listened to a lot of them.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like you.
You know what? I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard his side of the story, and really, I deserve it.
You owe him $10.
I really do.
He was dating you when he met that other woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wrote here, oh my God, that's Paul Walter Hauser, which I didn't even recognize him until after. He's having an incredible year.
He is having a great year.
Wow. And I wrote here, holy shit, that's Stephen Graham.
Yes, it is.
Do you know Stephen Graham?
I know of him, but I don't know him well. I don't know him like the way I know Bruce Springsteen. You know what I'm saying?
He was dating Bruce Springsteen. But he has a deep Cockney accent. He's a comedian, and he plays Bruce Springsteen's dad with, like, frankly, the only person in this with a good New Jersey accent.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
He's great with accents.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't know he's a comedian.
Yeah, he
just won an Emmy for a heavy drama.
Yes, he did. That's, I think, similar to The Bear as well.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have. That's not spoilers. This is another one that I'm like, do I recommend this if it's on streaming? Yeah, probably. I guess if you want to look at how a very rich man is struggling with depression or whatever, I'm like, okay, I guess. And he's also like one of the most famous people ever, and the music and stuff like that is kind of fun and interesting. It's not really an interesting character piece, in my opinion. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to watch this again.
No.
If you are like me and don't really give a shit about Bruce Springsteen, I think this is a solid, you can just miss this. If you are at all interested in Bruce Springsteen, the guy who made all this great music and stuff like that, Jeremy Allen White is, like you said, a good actor. It has big actors in it. There are good performances in this. Good, not great, I would say. It might be worth a watch if you've already got the streaming platform that it's going to come to. But beyond that, I would not pay to see this. Yeah,
I wouldn't pay to see this. I would check it out, like you said, I would check it out on streaming. If you're like, oh, I didn't get around to this one. It is... let me put it this way. I would say this is worth a watch.
Like a Rolex? Or like a Timex?
Sometimes you come up with terrible jokes and like they just They hit me like they're so bad it takes me a second to realize what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man.
And then when it does hit me, it's like I think this is what a stroke feels like. This is.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm pushing you to that.
Yeah.
It's not. Is this even like, where does this rank on the.
Then you're going to be like, is this even a movie?
Where does this rank on the biopics that we have seen this year?
This is.
Because there's so many.
Okay. We've seen this. We've seen A Complete Unknown. We've seen Smashing Machine.
Oh, Sebastian Stan is Donald Trump.
Didn't see that one. And Jeremy Strong's in that one, too.
Oh, interesting. Oh, there was an Amy Winehouse one that we also did not see, I think.
I think these three are the only ones that I can remember seeing as far as biopics. I think this ranks. For me, this ranks below Smashing Machine, but above A Complete Unknown. And I mean this only in the most like clinical sense. Like if you take all the things we say about biopics, like I said, as far as like why do a huge overarching biopic as opposed to choosing a really interesting time and the acting, everything like that, everything on paper for this movie ranks it above A Complete Unknown, but below A Smashing Machine. But at the same time, all three of those were like, all right, they were fine.
Yeah, they're all pretty much in the same ballpark.
They're very small, like very small margins when it comes to first, second, third.
Yes, I agree. I think I have the exact same placement of the Bruce Springsteen movie, but I think I flip 1 and 3.
Yeah.
I think I like to complete it. I think A Complete Unknown is probably the best one we've gotten, but I'm also heavily biased because I'm an enormous Bob Dylan fan.
Right, exactly.
And I think The Smashing Machine was basically a nothing movie. But I agree with you. I think the margin is, they're all so close together. You need a microscope to be able to tell which one's in first, second, and third anyway.
100%.
And yeah, I agree with you. I think this is just sort of it's a small swing.
Yeah.
This movie.
It's a safe swing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I never felt like, yeah. Let's go on to, do you have anything for spoilers? Did we do spoilers? We haven't done spoilers.
I have a couple notes to bring in for spoilers. Let me see. Let me get them. They mentioned Asbury Park. I did not realize Bruce Springsteen he was raised like 20 minutes from me.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote here, oh, look, it's Mark Maron.
I know.
And then I wrote, oh, and he has no lines. And then later I wrote, oh, there are his lines.
Yes, he kept doing these scenes, and I'm like, he's going to talk. Because I listened to his podcast when it was on. And he would talk about how he's in this movie. And he said he had a small part, but I was like, I really love Mark Maron. And actually, if you watch him in things like
he's in Joker.
No, but if you see him in like the show Glow, he had I'm like, the guy had his own show for 4 seasons, and he has literally 2 lines in this entire movie. And I was like, when is he going to talk?
Yeah, he does.
He does eventually.
He has a couple lines.
Yeah. He's got like one good joke.
Yeah, yes. This is a very big spoiler. So if you haven't gone away from spoilers, I'm going to talk about like the last few minutes of the movie right now. The last 6 minutes are clearly about generational trauma. Mm-hmm. And there are occasional hints that that's where the movie is going. But otherwise, it's just a movie about a guy. And like, I think that's the big issue I have with this movie is like, there are a couple little touchdown moments where you're like, oh, shit. Yeah, it's about his relationship with his father and his mother and you know, how he's basically just a regular guy from Jersey who also has like all these #1 hit songs.
Right.
But the movie is not about that.
Right.
The movie is just about this guy who's like dating kind of casually and, you know, trying to do his job, and he lives at diners and like he's, you know, it's him and his buddies and his work colleagues. And then at the very end, it's a movie about a guy who is clearly struggling to compartmentalize the issues he has emotionally. Yeah. And he seeks help. Right. And like goes into therapy and his life starts to have an upturn. And that I was like, oh, there's a movie. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. It's a shame it took us an hour and 45 minutes to get there. Yeah. And this is what I mean. If you had, I mean, they introduced the idea of the shitty father pretty early on. Yeah. And then it makes appearances throughout the movie. And you're like, okay, so he had a shitty upbringing. That's okay. So he's a tortured artist. I get that. But like, if they had brought that in, that this is somehow
This album is him exercising those demons, which I never got from that.
Correct. Same.
Even to the end of the movie, I was like, I don't feel that part of this.
Yes.
I feel the part where you're making music that nobody wants you to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that alone, it could be a really compelling story. Mix in the, I'm doing this because I'm exercising these demons and I'm getting pushback from this giant corporation that is the record company. And I need to get these songs out. And this is what I want the album to, and also I want to go public with this. Basically put these songs out this way. All those things swirling around for 2 hours, that would have been a hell of a movie right there.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just kind of going through a series of events.
Instead, it's just a story of a guy.
It's just a story. Like you said, it's a story of a guy. And he's kind of dating this woman. And then she gets mad when he stops calling. And I was like,
he's kind of an asshole about it.
He's kind of an asshole about it. But also I'm like, were you guys like, how serious were you? I don't understand.
Right.
You guys went on some dates.
Yeah.
You introduced him to your daughter, which that's on you. So
yeah.
I don't really know. Like, he's clearly like he's renting this house that he's living. It's not like he's in his own home. So he just is staying there. It's not like he lives where he's at. So, this is a temporary thing, or you should at least. But also he's renting a home in New Jersey. So I'm not really sure where he lives in New Jersey. So he just rented a home like down the street from where he lives, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that the whole thing worked out either.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, because he still lives in Jersey to this day.
Oh, really? Because didn't he move out to California at the end of the movie?
He was out in California at the end. Yeah, it was a little all over the place geographically as well.
Yeah.
He's renting a place in New Jersey. I'm assuming it's in New Jersey because he goes back to the Stone Pony all the time, which is in Jersey.
Yeah.
He's at Asbury Park, he's at the Jersey Boardwalk all the time with his lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he breaks into the thing and she's like, can you do this? And he's like, I'm the king of this town, which is true. Like he was. And that's an interesting little detail that they
Bon
also
Jovi
never
would
really
have something to say about that.
Oh, no, I think, no, Springsteen wins.
Yeah, probably. He is the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss.
Yeah, it's not Boss Jovi.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, Bon Jovi, French for good Jovi.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that biopic.
Yeah, I know, right?
They'll get to it. Yeah, this was good, but definitely not great for me. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else to add to this.
All right. Well, that was easy enough.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is strange. Wow, you put a guy in a new state with the word new in it, and all of a sudden just throws everything off.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. It's the second. I mean, it's not even that different. It's just it's also the second word has 2 syllables. It's just not Jersey. It's Hampshire.
I don't like this at all. I need you back in New Jersey where you belong.
Me too. Yeah, I miss it.
But they have tacos in New Hampshire, so let's move on to the reading
They don't
assignment.
have those in Jersey, baby. Only hoagies.
Hoagies.
Taco hoagies.
Ooh, taco hoagie. Now I'm listening.
Are you ready to move on to the reading assignment?
For the love of Christ, yes.
Yeah. Chris?
Yes?
Copious amounts of villains are dropped into the ring together and are forced to argue and debate over which evil bastard should be in charge of governing the majority. But enough about U.S. politics. It's time for us to talk about Salvation Run.
You wrote that joke last night, didn't you?
Sure fucking did.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
By the way, we're recording the day after all the elections in the United States.
Yep.
Oh, God. So this was pitched by George R.R. Martin and John Joss Miller, I think is the person's name. It's written by Bill Willingham and Lila Sturgis. Art by Sean Chen, Alden Wong, Joe Bennett, and Bellardino Bravo. Lots of people on this one.
There's a lot of people on this.
I want to just start off. I'm not gonna bury the lead on this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I liked this a lot.
Did you really?
I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay.
It was a fun departure of whatever DC normally does. Like a lot of the stuff that I've read before is very kind of run of the mill. Like there isn't a whole lot. They do good stuff. They do really good stuff, but they mostly do really good stuff when they have the freedom of the Elseworld or whatever else. Like far sector.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. That's like they can say, well, this isn't technically part of the continuity unless we want it to be, and then it will be.
Right.
But their best stuff that I have read has been with the freedom of you don't have to worry about how this fits in. And this fits in. This is like alongside what's going on not currently, but at the same time as the DC comic run. And it's fascinating and interesting. It reminds me a lot of Secret Wars, the original Marvel one where they bring all the heroes in, but it's all the villains, which I think is just more interesting.
For sure.
It's fascinating to see the heroes. It's kind of easy to write because they all want everybody to succeed. But the villains, well, in Secret Wars is actually heroes and villains. So you get to see kind of both. But there's a dichotomy there that is just sort of the same as what's happening on Earth anyway with the heroes and villains in Secret Wars. Whereas this is just villains. And it's like, what happens when you throw 50 people who do not give a shit about each other and do not care about whether or not each other lives or dies on a virtually empty planet that is constantly trying to kill them over and over and over again. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah. I was okay with this. I actually didn't enjoy this as much as you did.
Boo.
I didn't hate this by any stretch. There are a couple of things about this that I find really cool and really interesting. There's a couple of things about this that I was like, it didn't quite pay off for me. I think the plot is sometimes a little all over the place, where it doesn't quite hone in on like one. It's only a 7 comic run, and it doesn't quite hone in on like a really clear through line.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things going on, and they don't fully wrap up everything in a really interesting way for me. It starts off with like one storyline with the Flash Rogues, and then it basically barrels into spoilers, I guess, for Salvation Run. But then it barrels into like this turf war between the Joker and Lex Luthor. And that's kind of the main storyline that does kind of follow through most of it. But then there's like then they introduce a third storyline with Vandal Savage and a bunch of women that I'm like, what happens with it? Like, to this, I just finished reading it like 2 hours ago, and I couldn't tell you how that storyline wrapped up. So it instantly like went out of my head. And that's what I mean, where it's like they introduce a lot of really interesting things. I don't know that they wrap them up or do anything with them that's really dramatic. The main thrust of the storyline is the kind of turf war between Lex Luthor and the Joker, which is interesting to see. And like you said, it's interesting. It's a great idea. I think it's a great premise to have all these villains who, like you said, are just homicidal maniacs. And they're just like, just go to it, just whatever, and who's on what side and where everything falls. And the fact that they can even function as some sort of society is kind of fascinating to me.
Well, and even the way that they are debating of like how you should follow me. Like, it's interesting to me to see how different their strategies are. Because Lex is like, you should follow me because I'm the smartest person and I'm working to get us off of this planet and to save all of us so we can go back home. And the Joker's like, you should follow me because if you don't, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people like, it is interesting to see like a whole section of people who are like, the Joker, I should just follow that guy.
Right.
Because he's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did you think this was going to work with him? Did you really think he was going to get shit done?
Right. Yeah. Make Salvation great again.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, I'll just pause here and wait for the Trump joke from Andrew on this one. Yeah.
But overall, I give this a recommend, definitely.
Yeah, I would still give it a recommend. Like I said, I didn't enjoy this as much as you did, which is fascinating since this is a DC thing.
Yeah.
But I do think it's really interesting.
Right, yeah.
And the reason I assigned it, I was like, this is what could be with the James Gunn DCU now. Like, this is what is potentially there. So let's check it out and see what he could do. And this is honestly, if you were going to do something with Salvation in the DCU, this is straight up what I would do with it. Have a turf war on this abandoned planet.
Yeah.
And see where it goes. Like, this could be something really interesting.
For sure.
I would give it a couple years. I would watch a Salvation Run movie. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
To see a bunch of villains duke it out.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really awesome.
I think the only issue is you have to cast like 40 people.
Yeah, that's the only issue, is that you have to have this stable of characters to pour into. Because one of the, the fun thing about anything like a Salvation Run or Secret Wars, it's like, how many characters can we fit on a page?
Yeah.
And who are the characters that make the cut to fit on this page when you're pulling, random villains from all aspects of the universe in there? And definitely James Gunn has the knowledge to pull some randos out, but you haven't introduced them yet. I mean, he could just do a whole montage sequence of just random villains getting dumped onto Salvation.
I'd watch it.
I would watch that. I'd watch that for sure.
I don't think I have anything else to say about this.
No, I don't think so either. I think, like I said, I would also give it a recommend. It's a fun little, I forget what year this is from, but it almost doesn't matter. It's a fun little side story to like any point in the DC history.
Yeah.
What you got a reading assignment for me, sir?
I sure don't.
Because you're in New Hampshire.
I was thinking about it about like 20 minutes ago, and I was like trying to look on my phone. I don't have my comics here.
Yeah.
So I can't look to see what I have or what I want to read or whatever. And I was looking through, and then I was like, fuck it. I'll text him later.
Yeah. Just text me later. We'll figure out something. It'll be a nice surprise.
I will.
All right. Great. Or you'll forget about it, and then in like 2 weeks, I'll be like, hey, what was my reading assignment again? And you're going to go, oh, fuck.
There's always weapons.
There's always weapons. Oh, man. All right. Well, then, should we get out of here?
Yeah, we should probably get out of here. Yeah, I need my tacos stat.
All right, then. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Where can they find us?
Oh, well, they can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, SoundCloud.com/The Media Lunch Break. You can also check us out at The Media Lunch Break on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok. We're at YouTube.com/The Media Lunch Break. Holy fucking shit dicks.
I know what this is about.
The videos are coming out.
The videos are coming out.
They're happening.
It's happening.
I've been posting everywhere. I've been posting on my personal social media. I've been posting on the Media Lunch Break social media. I've been working on this shit since April. I am begging you, if you are listening, please check out these YouTube videos. I've put more work.
Make it worth the effort.
Yeah, I've put in more work than I could ever get back in like appreciation or in validation or anything like that. So please go watch this.
I'll tell you this, he put more work into this than he does his personal relationships. So
yeah,
you should.
I have not seen my son in 6 months.
And he hasn't noticed, and that's the weird part.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? It's like I decided to have no difference in my personal relationships because I'm not going to let this affect and change the way I parent, the way I father my son.
And I respect that about you, sir.
But yeah, head over to youtube.com/The Media Lunch Break to check out those videos. What else? We also have merch on Spring, so head on over there. You can also find that at Blue Sky, at The Media Lunch Break on our Blue Sky. It's pinned to the top. You can also visit our Patreon, patreon.com/The Media Lunch Break. This is an interesting video for the Patreon. It's very strange. It's very unusual from the way we normally do things. But if you want to check it out, head on over there, get on the Let's Get Intimate tier, and you will see a video of this full episode.
It looks like you're holed up in the witness protection program.
I am not, and as always, I have been Derek Smith, and this is Chris Triebel. And anyway, don't talk about me. I don't live here. You can also send us an email at themedialunchbreak@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, which is www.themedialunchbreak.com. Give us a rating and a reviewing on iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube. And last but not least, special thank you to Julie.
Thanks, Julie.
Who, and this is true, wrote Thunder Road.
Wow.
Yeah.
It has her oeuvre to it.
It sure does.
I can tell. You can leave a rating and a review in it. You can leave it right in app. It really does help the podcast if you leave a 5-star rating, so be sure to do that in your app of choice. As always, if you leave a 5-star rating, you can leave whatever kind of review you want in that review box. This week, if you leave a 5-star rating, be sure to tell us, should Andrew stay in New Hampshire? This has been Deliver Me From Nowhere and Salvation Run. Next week is going to be the best damn day of the week, the Tuesday News Day.
Oh, the Tuesday News Day.
It's here already.
Yeah.
Or not. It's almost here already? What? Okay. And then following that, it's going to be a reading assignment to be determined. And, okay, we got a coin flip this week. We could do Frankenstein or Predator. What do you want to do?
I mean, my vote's for Frankenstein.
Okay. Let's do Frankenstein then.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Done. All right. So that'll be Frankenstein and
something else.
And something else. That's right. I almost was like going to name something. Like my mouth was ready to go on that.
Like eating a taco.
Yeah. Like eating a taco.
Oh, let's move on, please.
What do I say from here? The taco talk has really thrown me now. Nope. I did that part already. But here's the thing. If you're listening to this and you're like, listen, I got a readings assignment for you. Don't even worry about Andrew. I got it covered. Send it over to us. If you've seen something, you're like, you know what, guys, don't talk about Frankenstein, talk about this thing instead. Send it over to us. If you're a creator, you wrote a comic, you shot a pilot, you made a film, anything like that, you want us to put eyes on it, ears on it, you want us to point people towards it, send it over to us. We'll talk about it on the mic. Hell, we'll bring you on the mic. You can talk about it your own damn self. And then the next thing I say at this point is...
Jesus.
And that's it. So there it is. Look at that. There wasn't a thing, and now there's a thing. And that is how easy it is. Yeah. It's so easy you can do it from New Hampshire. That's how easy it is to make a thing. So if you listen to this, go out and make a thing.
Go make a thing.
Go make a thing. All right. Other than that, that's it. I'm finished. I'm done. You got tacos waiting for you. Hot, sizzling tacos.
For the listener out there, this has been so challenging.
Yeah, I know.
Because the Wi-Fi is so fucking awful.
There's quite the delay.
I hope you all appreciate, one, the work we are both doing right now to try and make this work, and also, two, the amount of fucking editing I'm going to have to do on this.
Oh my gosh. I keep seeing these delays and I'm like, oh God, he's going to piece this together just.
Yeah, you thought you were having a stroke at the beginning of this.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
I'm going to have a stroke, which is what I call it when I jerk one off right before I do this, because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind.
That was graphic.
I was trying to think of a joke about having a stroke, and then I was like, we're using all these...
There was no joke in there. It was just you graphically describing
First of all,
masturbating.
this is not more graphic than the jokes you've been making about eating tacos.
Well, that's fair, but there's a certain poetry to what I do.
Eating tacos, having strokes.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, the strokes we're talking about are different strokes, which is a reference.
Oh.
It's a reference that none of you are gonna.
It's a reference. It's a reference.
It sure is.
Kind. What kind of tacos? Have you figured that out at least?
No, I don't
go out
know.
And check what kind of tacos they're having?
No, I do not know.
Wow.
They're probably all gone.
You know what? I hope they're tofu tacos just to fuck with you.
Do you want one?
Yes.
Come on over.
To New Hampshire?
It's literally only an 8-hour drive.
Oh, man. To what looks like a Motel 8 or whatever you're staying in over there?
That's not a place.
It's a place.
A Super 8? A Motel 6? Let me tell you, this is a Bungalow 1.